Come on, there you are.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Wine I Mean Spotlight and Recap here on JLJ Media. Hi, I'm JLJ Media.
There you are.
So I'm JLJ Media. And welcome to the show. My co-hosts, we're all together again, the three of us. You'll be seeing a lot of us today, and I'll explain why shortly. Tami and Amanda Russ. Hello, ladies.
Hello, all.
By the way, Tami, you look so pretty today.
Mm-hmm.
I love your hair.
That's
oh my God. Should I tell her the story?
Yes, please. That's what I'll tell her, yes.
So except for like a piece of hair that was sticking up when I woke up, my hair kind of looked like this. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, hairspray, like kill that little piece. Like this never happens. So thank you for that.
Right?
Yes, good. Hello, everybody coming in chat room. The water's fine. Come on in. While you're coming in to touch the church run, it is Soap Sunday here on JLJ Media. And today it's Super Soap Sunday. Number one, after this show, we have GHM Spotlight with Joyce Guy, who plays Phyllis on General Hospital.
She's so awesome.
We can't talk to her. She describes herself as an actor, playwright, producer, filmmaker, director, choreographer, cultural observer.
Ooh.
We're gonna find out what the cultural observer means.
What's she observing and what?
We're gonna say 11 o'clock tonight, and we're gonna talk about 11 o'clock this afternoon.
Watch me tune in at 11 o'clock tonight. I'm like, where's James and Phyllis?
I'll be asleep. Hello, Brent. Oh, you made it in. Angela made it in. Okay. Also, right after that, the three of us are back doing a regular edition of Bone People Me Spotlight. We're talking about what's going on there, the quarter and all that. And then right after that, folks, it is a dream come true. Sheila is in the house. Kimberly Brown will be joining us at 1 o'clock here on this. Daytime Royalty. Yep. We're so excited to have her coming on. And then, of course, later on, me, Frank, Lucretia, talking crap to each other about General Hospital. You know what happened on that this week. I can't say anything because Terrence hasn't watched it yet. It was good. And on a real cliffhanger. And then, of course, we're talking about the upcoming possession on Days of Our Lives. My lady will be possessed again. Days of Our Lives, Edition Days. Check them out at 3 o'clock over there on Edition Days. Also, for me, it's my 6th-year anniversary today doing Wine on Mini Spotlight.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
So
happy anniversary.
This is one of my longest running shows I've ever done. Right after Edition Days and GH Report. We celebrate 6 years next Sunday. So if you're a GH fan of our show, former host, I found one of the original hosts, Ladine Harvey, they will be back on next week. So
that's so cool.
It's going to be crazy. It's been 6 years and we're all together. So I'll give you information on that later in the week. I'm working out right now. But 6 years I've been doing this show. I did this show as a companion piece to AfterBuzz TV's show that I created called Restless Wrap-Up. That ran for about 4 years over there. And I kind of did this as an extra thing that was outside of it to give you more content. They had turned into, now I was doing recaps, it was Spotlight ever since the pandemic happened, and I added these two lovely ladies to join me. So I just want to say thank you to all the longtime fans who watched me from the beginning do this show. All the guests that have ever come on the show, thank you so much for coming on. And to Maddie Kane at YNR, who gives me the talent to come on the show. So thank you so much. We love you, YNR. And the YNR Facebook groups, thank you so much for that too. And everybody in the chat room. So thank you. So I can't believe it's been 6 years I've been doing this. So that's crazy. And shout out to Lucretia Lyon, who was the original host of the show. I forgot. Me and Lucretia started this together. So I can't get my girl Lucretia Lyon. So I want to make sure. I almost forgot that. She helped me with the show. Okay. Let's get in, kids. Let's go ahead and get in.
Really quick. So I was telling Ernie about Kimberly Brown, coming on today. And I said to him, literally, if you take a look at the top 3 greatest villains in daytime television, if she's not number 1, I want to know who you think might be number 1, but she's definitely in the top 3.
I would say Stefano DiMera.
Oh, Stefano, yes.
And her for sure. Maybe Helena Cassadine, possibly.
Helena. I'd also thought of Heather.
Heather Weber.
Heather Weather.
Heather Weather.
Yes.
Heather Weather.
Heather Weather. That's right. Stefano, of course, and Helena. Yeah.
You know, there are villains, and then there are villains who just transcend shows.
Yeah.
Sheila is one of, because she was on 2 shows, folks. She was on 2 series. You may think of James Stenbeck from As the World Turns. That was a big one for millions of years. Or
Roger Thorpe.
Roger Thorpe from Guiding Light was another one that was a great villain for years. I mean, there's some that just transcend the shows, but yeah. Sheila Carter is one that literally 2 shows, 30 years. It's been, and we're going to talk about that. What does that mean to her? Because it's kind of, she's one of the few artists that when they come back to a show, it's newsworthy.
Yeah, because you can't plan her career.
No, you can't.
That's another thing I want to talk to her about is like, nobody could have planned this.
No, not at all.
And, you know, the imprint she's made in daytime television that is so huge.
I agree. I totally agree. So, yeah, so if you're a Y&R fan, Bone Beetle fan, you're going to want to tune in. We're doing a separate show. You know, it's under the umbrella of the Bone Beetle fan Spotlight. It's literally just, oh, yeah, Janet from Another Planet on All My Children. Another one. Played again by the wonderful Robin Mattson.
Yep.
She had 2 villains there. So, yes.
Oh,
okay.
What was her name? Annie Duff? She's on the lady who played her.
I mean, on GH now. Annie Dutton was
Annie Dutton. That's what it was. Annie Dutton. Yeah, she was a bad one.
Yes. Well, I was telling Tammy her work this week reminded us why she won an Emmy, and she was really. I mean, it really was like some folks just break your hearts. You may hate a storyline when you go, God, the performance is really good, and again, and this week, my MVP this week, I'm going to start right off with it, is Cameron Grimes as Mariah. Her performance this whole week and everybody around her. I want to start with that storyline first. She's breaking my heart. She has endured so much. I think it's hitting her harder because she was kidnapped. And her and Bowie were isolated.
Such a great name.
Great name. We're so isolated that now, remember, I already talked about Devon. I still think Devon is going to be in there somewhere. That's not done. But this Mariah part is coming out left field for me. I didn't realize it was going to be that heavy. I mean, she's somebody. What do you got? I mean, the baptism, making her a godmother. I mean, it's just been a whole week of Mariah. So, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I know Cameron's performances have reminded me a little bit of Annika's, just in regards to this past, I don't know, couple months. Like she's just been hardcore emotional, has to be there as an actress, ready to just go to these really dark places. And she just to your point, Jane, time and time again has just shown us like she can bring it.
And she is a 2-time Emmy winner, folks. So you can know that. But I agree with George Blackman. She should apply for lead actress this year, if anything. She literally is a lead in a story. And also, you know, the whole thing with her going off on Tessa trying to be Kate Fairbanks, again, her quiet, understated performances, trying to support her woman. We've all kind of been there. You support your partner as they're kind of going off the rails. You're trying not to upset. I mean, just so Amanda, what are some of your thoughts about this storyline?
I feel so bad for her because she got attached to the baby more than she thought she would. And now she's angry at herself because she doesn't want to feel like that. And then I feel bad for Abby because Abby doesn't know what to do.
She doesn't.
She feels like she doesn't feel like, oh, well, I resent her for wanting my baby type of thing. She actually is just like, oh my God, what do I do to help her? Do you want to hold the baby here? Do you want to feed the baby here? Like, I don't know what to do. And I kind of feel bad for her too.
But Devon quieted the baby down. It was Devon. See, I'm like, uh-oh. He held the baby and quieted down.
That surprised me. Because, you know, stereotype, it would have been Mariah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when that didn't happen, I thought, okay, Devon, why don't you try it? What? Oh God.
Totally.
And then he was all, well, I'm the baby whisperer. Yeah. Later on, he was like, I'm a baby whisperer.
Okay. It is when Mariah finally has her kind of little meltdown with Tessa, and she's screaming. She's yelling at the top of her lungs. Like you said, Amanda, she's feeling bad for feeling this way, but it hurts. She can't help but feel this way. And you're right. Marissa Ordway's performances have been, again, it's everybody around.
Everybody, you're right.
Because she's confused. She's like, one of my closest friends gave me this gift. I want to help her. I want to help her out. So I love when camera went off on Tessa. In a sense, it's very typical, right? Where she heard Tessa talking to Abby about her, and just like, no, I love you. I didn't say you were a mess. You know how people get things up. You call me a mess, like, no, I didn't say you were a mess. You know, that's such an honest, real thing, right? Between couples, really, it's like, no, I love you. I'm just trying to help you. She wants to help you too. And then you feel like you're, like Amanda said, you feel like you're a mess. You feel like you're a mess. You're projecting. You feel like you're a mess. That you don't be crazy because I can't see the baby and think I'm crazy. I'm like, wow. I was just, yeah.
I will say that I thought I kind of agreed with Mariah for like a minute when
the nanny thing.
Well, when she said this whole kidnapping is Abby's fault. Like everything that's happened because of the kidnapping is Abby's fault. And it's not her fault. But she's at the center of all of this mess. Nobody would be in this mess if it weren't.
Ruthless today.
But that's what Mariah brought it up. And then she felt so bad for even thinking that. But I thought, but it's true. Regardless, okay, nobody should be blaming Abby. It's, a sucky situation, but it's true. And then I thought, oh my God, is she going to go down the road of Abby's an unfit mother? Is her child, is Bowie Dom unsafe because of Abby? She could go down that route if she chooses.
Mm-hmm.
Unfit mother.
Tammy's like, mother. It ain't her fault, but it is. Okay. She didn't directly do it, but you know what? Her breathing is her fault. Okay. She's there. He wants her. She shouldn't be there then. Right?
Well, I felt what she said, and Tessa was like, are you blaming her? Then you said Cameron's facial expression was like, it was as an actor, it was kind of like, I'm not trying to blame her. Like, it's like, but it's true. It's kind of like, it's true. It's true.
I agree with that. Abby didn't make that guy do anything. He came as a friend.
I know.
I'm going to help you and all this. She got tricked.
And we were so pissed off about what they did to Stitch, his character.
Yeah.
Because that's like, so what the haystack.
Yeah, I agree.
But the fact is he's out there running around. So he's still a threat. I'm sorry.
That's true.
I do agree with that.
That's very true. But then I said you have Devon, Amanda's back, and they'll rush over to the thing. And so Devon and Mariah are the godparents. But I think it's cool. I get nothing wrong with that, I guess.
What is it? What?
Yes, Tammy.
Look at Tammy's face.
Mm-hmm. They're the godparents. We saw some Ashley. We saw some Nina. We can't hear you, Tammy.
You're on mute.
Finally, here we go.
We couldn't hear you, Tammy.
I couldn't hear you.
Because I'm yelling at the doggies to calm the F down.
Oh.
Ashley and Victor are finally, where is Chase?
Yes.
Like, this is dumb. Where is he? We've been saying that for how many months? So I hope they just wrap this up.
Chase not being there is the weirdest thing. I was gonna go on with my life, so to speak. I'm like, but can you? I mean, usually soaps don't do this. Usually they go ahead with a storyline, and then maybe later he comes back and shows up. It's a surprise. But usually don't keep it like open-ended, like just like already have her like start sleeping with Devon. Like, I don't know, just do something. I don't know, it just seems weird. I don't know, it just seems weird. It's like she had a baby without her man, and we don't know where he is. You know,
I agree with Victor. Victor was like, okay, enough's enough. All right. What's more important? Okay, your job or your wife and your baby? Like, enough's enough. I had enough. He's like, we're going to just put our head together and we'll take care of it. I was like, okay. All righty then.
Yes, yes. And Victor, speaking of Victor, yeah,
I love Victor.
I love Victor so much. He is and as I talked to Eric, he was like, he's having a good time. He said apparently, so you could tell. They called a family meeting, plus Billy.
That's what I got my shirt on for.
Yeah, that's all stuff. Billy, oh my God, Victor. Oh, when Victor raised his voice to Billy, I took me off guard. I was like, oh my God, like don't.
I know, it scared me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, me too. I was like, woo. There was a side note on Days of Our Lives this week. There's a scene between EJ and his son Johnny. Johnny's being flippant and just kind of like, and all of a sudden EJ pulls out that voice. It's like, don't F with me. I don't care if you're my son. I got chills. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, ooh, excuse me. Then when Victor turned, because he even said, I don't agree with anything Ashton's saying, but he's a guest in my house, and you only hear. I mean, he just went off on him. Just read him the book.
Billy boy.
But here's the thing. So, okay, Ashton got another text. It said, "You're going to regret ignoring me." Okay. He decides to talk to Victoria and tell his story, which sounds very similar to Victor's story.
He made that shit up. Please. There's, you know what? How much? There's probably 1% of that is true. He changed his name for some reason. He changed his name. That part I believe. Okay.
I agree with that too. He changed his name, but he tells a story, and everybody's just buzzing around. Buzz. What's going on? Why is he holding me? What's going on? I love Billy and Nikki. They're hardly ever together, and Nikki was not having him for lunch or anything. She's just like, I got your number, Billy. I've been around the block a few times, whatever. But they call them together, and he tells the story apparently to them. I don't think any of them believe the story. They're all kind of like, they love Victoria. So they're just, Billy was the one who voiced it, right? What they were all thinking.
Yeah, and Billy said to Victor right in front of everybody, "You really believe all this?" He said, "What I believe is we're here to support Victoria."
Just say that.
But then there was that conversation with, was it Nick and Victor?
It's Nick, yes.
And I think with Nikki too, where Victor's saying, you know, his story is a lot like mine. I can understand. And I'm thinking, has Ashlyn hoodwinked Victor because of his ego? Is his ego getting in the way? But
that's what I was thinking.
You know, some level, Victor's proud that Victoria's with a man so much like him.
See, I think that's what it is.
And he feels bad. He feels like a kinship now to him. I think. Like, oh, I went through something, you know, similar and all. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I don't like either.
No, I don't like it. Can I just say one thing?
Okay. Say one thing, girl. You always say one thing.
Normally, I would not agree with what Billy's doing. I just think it's crazy. It's rude to Lily. It's very inappropriate. But in this situation, I don't think he's wrong. Because his kids are involved. And this guy won't even tell him his real name. You're going to raise my kids and you won't even tell me your real name? I have a problem with that. So I agree with him. He don't want to let it go.
Well, no, but Jack said to Billy, Victor, when he first came on the scene, was also very quiet about his past too. That's why you changed your name. You don't want to talk about it. It all came out later.
True.
And Billy's like, but Jack, are you just like you can be like, no, but trust me, there's no love lost between them either. but I agree with you, Amanda. It's like they should be worried. They should be nervous about this. I mean, it's kind of a. But I think Tammy's right. I think Victor's feeling a kinship, and that Victoria found a man like her father. Ego.
He said someone who's her equal, and I think in Victor's eyes, Victor's the only equal.
Oh, that one easily. Oh yeah.
So now Ashlyn steps in and can go toe to toe. So that surprised me.
Yeah.
I don't think Victor's 100% Team Ashland.
No.
But he's definitely got he's more simpatico to him.
And you know, this whole time, Victoria has been adamant that she believes him. She doesn't care. She loves him. It doesn't matter what comes up. But one person got through to her, Nick. Because he's not coming out of any place except I'm your brother and I love you. And my gut, like something don't feel right in my gut. I want all this to be good. I love you. I'm your brother. And it actually made her like, huh. And you could see her thinking, and he was like, you got to admit it bothers you. And she finally said, okay, it does. And I was like, thank you, Miss In Denial. Thank you. Finally.
So chat room, I think Ashlyn killed Camilla Rhodes' woman to get her money. That was his mentor.
Oh yes, I agree. I think he killed her, and that's how he got his start. That's what I think.
I know. Going on to another person who has feelings, and I thought it was hilarious when they had these two people come together, Jack and Phyllis. Jack said, I don't apologize for what I said. Now I'm paraphrasing, of course. I'm not, but I apologize for making you feel awkward. But what I said then, I meant then, and I meant now. And now basically, I mean, and she was just like, and the flashback.
I played that 7,000 times. Just the look. Michelle frickin' Stafford, man.
Who just had a birthday. Happy birthday to Michelle Stafford, my buddy.
I mean, that whole scene, it's a monologue.
It is.
It's just Jack pouring his feelings out, and it's Phyllis facially, responding to him. And there were a million different feels in her eyes, and her mouth was literally, what's it called? A gape?
A gape. I would say that, a gape. Yeah.
Got the pretty little red lipstick mouth.
She was so young when they were both.
Oh, I know.
Her short hair. It's so cute.
A little short hair. I'm glad. I like it longer.
Yeah, me too.
But just she had so much going on, and when she said to him, "Just put the ring on, put it on now, before I come to my senses,"
yeah,
I was cracking up. But
their chemistry.
Fill it in for us, though, James. Why didn't the marriage work out?
There were a lot of different things that happened that didn't work out. Part of it was the Nick thing. That's why when Nick and Jack were talking.
It was Nick. I see.
That's what's hilarious. When they were talking, and he goes, I probably shouldn't come to you for this.
You think?
Yes. He goes, I'm not be the best space to tell you about this either. When he goes, do you think me and Phyllis fit? You're like, well, I'm like, oh my God. And Jack had words
weird
carefully. Plus, Jack helped raise Nicholas and the child was married to Nikki. There's a whole spiral.
That's double weird.
It was double weird. And they shared all these women. But because Nikki and the whole summer thing, her paternity, and there was a lot that happened that blew them up. But they loved each other. They were together. They loved each other. And that's what's so crazy. But Nick and Phyllis just took off. That was not supposed to happen. That was a happy accident. And the fans loved it, and they went that direction because it was more fiery. Jack and Phyllis were fiery. These two were fiery. And then they thought Summer was his for a long time. They found out it was Nick's, and a little crazy thing there. But seeing them now and then, I'm just like, they do have. Jack. Peter Berg won an Emmy one of the years. He was married to her character.
Yeah, that scene. I was like,
yeah,
mesmerized by him.
Peter is just so, oh my God, he's so good. But I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. So he loves Phyllis.
I'm conflicted because I really like Nick and I really like Jack. So I'm conflicted because that's like an impossible choice.
Well, here's the line that got me. Do you love her? And
I'm crazy about her.
I'm crazy about her because it's not the same thing. Then he says, I love her or whatever. That's interesting that he said that first. Are we going too well? Are we going too smoothly? It's like he had that millennial thinking, I guess, or whatever. I feel like that's what he would think. Where Peter, he's a little older, they don't think that way. They don't. It's like, I just know what I want. But he's questioning how well it's going.
Yeah, he is.
But he said, I'm crazy about her. He said, that's not the same thing. I went, ooh, that hit me so hard. Like, wow, that's an amazing writers. That's an amazing piece of dialogue. That sets it all up right there, Tami. It sets it right there.
I don't find Nick and Phyllis fiery.
Not anymore. They used to be.
Not anymore. No. I find Nick and Sharon fiery.
Oh.
Because there's so much history and conflict. I mean, there's history there with Phyllis too, but
Adam's a problem.
Well, that leads into Amanda's husband, Ray.
Well, Adam's a problem for everyone. Like he's if Nick tries to get with Sharon, Adam's gonna be a problem. Like look at poor Ray.
But he's got Adam. But I don't think that would be a problem.
But Amanda, Ray, your man asked her point blank, but had to go to work. I'm like, asked her point blank, is Adam always gonna be in our lives? And they go, I gotta go to work. I'm like, why do you gotta go to work? Stay here and talk about it. Come on, writer.
Because he's mad. He's like, oh, okay, great. You know what? I came here to see you, but I'm over it now. You know what? I'm going back to work. Okay, you don't get to see me now.
Because she was like, what are you doing here? Basically, I shouldn't say that, but she's kind of like, what are you doing here? I'm like, it's your effing. And why are you questioning your husband? Comes to, like, why are you questioning why your husband's here? Like, it's like that was the funniest non-line to me that she said, because she's like, and he's looking at her like, yeah, bitch, I mean, you're my wife. I'm here to see you.
She did look like surprised.
You did.
What are you doing here? We own the place.
Hello.
You work here? I don't know.
His face is like, bitch, I came to see you. Like, we're married. Like, what the heck? So I feel bad. I'm like, man, I feel bad for Ray now. I do feel bad. But when he asked point blank, is the animal going to be in our lives? And he had walked off. Her answer is going to be, yeah. So you're right to both you guys. So the thing is, he's going to be a problem for anybody who wants to save Sharon. And now Sally.
Well, that's it. See, I love Adam and Sally.
Me too.
So
Me too.
I want them to get together, and then Sally is now going to have to deal with Sharon.
Yes.
Because Sharon ain't going nowhere.
But we can't count out Chelsea, who doesn't want to tell Connor.
That's right.
What's going on? Just why does she not want to tell Connor what's going on? What is she holding on to?
I thought that we tried to kill Adam. Okay,
yeah,
thought we were done. Like you literally tried to take him out. Now all of a sudden, no, she tried to send him to jail. Now all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh well, I thought we were gonna work it out."
Right? What? You crazy bitch? What? You're crazy. I don't understand. I was like, come on, Chelsea. And we know was she pregnant? Was she a baby during this time period? Son in real life? I think she was busy.
I think so.
Yeah, that's why she's on the FaceTime thing. And I was like, and even Adam was kind of confused, like, girl. And he was like, I'll do it myself.
Him back.
Right. And he was like, and Adam's like, I'll do it myself. He was like, sorry, bitch, I'll do it myself. And she's like, no, don't do it like that. Yeah. I'm like, why are you holding on? So there's that going on. And then Chloe's getting pissed at Sally for getting closer to him.
Chloe's getting on my nerves.
And she's getting my nerves too. And talking about, well, he did this to her. And blah, blah. And Sharon was the reason why Chelsea and them broke up too. And I go like, So Sharon and Adam, they're trying to build them the Shaddam fans. They're trying to build them as something. And then Connor.
Well, I was just gonna say. So who's the little kid who plays Doug?
Somebody in the chat who tells you to play is Connor. He opened a book and started reading his father, basically. Yeah, I gotta tell the truth all the time. And you said, I was like, you go, Connor. Who the little actor was? He worked it out.
It was like, why her? Why her?
Yeah.
Why her? And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, I heard mom talking about her. Okay. I was like, dang.
Okay. He is a Newman. He's
right up there. He's right up there with that little actor, Douglas.
Henry Samry on Bold.
Yeah. He's really good. I was shocked.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, there were a lot of memes that went up after him because he totally told his dad. He was like, and you said to always tell the truth. You said to always, so I have to, but you don't have to do it. I was like, ooh, ooh.
He was like, oh, I have to keep promises, but you don't. Oh,
that's it. I was like, damn, being an adult. Damn it.
Oh. And kids, and I'll tell you, kids did to you all. They did to me. They do it to everybody. That's what kids do.
And Cherie in the chat, when Connor says, why do you always call her when there's a problem?
Yep.
I was like, oh, God.
Okay, his name is Judah Mackey. Okay,
Judah.
Okay, he's great.
He's the dude,
Good job, Judah.
He was great. But that was a big surprise when he did that. I was like, oh, they gave him some lines. Okay, and boy, they gave him some lines. And Adam
then he just left. He was like, you know what? Peace out. I'm leaving.
I need to be alone.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Adam couldn't say.
And then he ran out. So oh God.
I just had a thought though.
What's your thought?
Maybe they're setting up a war between Sally, Sharon, and Chelsea. And then the Chloe is gonna, you know how she is. She's gonna be all trying to get all in it. I don't know if I'm supposed to like her, but so far I do not like her at all. She does the opposite of what her husband asks. Every time he asks her something, she does the opposite. She doesn't listen to anything he says at all. She's like, yeah. Don't you gotta go to work? I'm like, yeah. But like, she's just in, like you told Sally, you warned her a couple times. Good. Now stop. You know what I mean? Like, she's a grown woman. Stop.
She just hates Adam so much. She's just blinded by that.
Yeah,
did they date? Did Adam and Chloe date?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because Chloe was with Billy. That's the whole thing that they're dealing with. Their kid. I mean, there was a whole they were together. Okay. Anybody, let me know if Judah Mackey is on Twitter or Instagram. Let me know if he's on there. Let me know if he's on there. Not like little kids. Also, I'm sorry, I can't not forget this. We got another flashback this week of Victor and Vicky, a little Nicholas Christian.
Yes.
They were so young.
They were so young. It was like they were out for a long time, kids. And a little history. They dropped them, which I forgot about this. Neil is Abby's godfather. Olivia is her godmother.
Wait.
Olivia was schoolmates with Ashley. I forgot about that.
Wait. Neil is Abby's godfather.
And Olivia is Abby's godmother.
Olivia is Abby's. Okay.
And Olivia and Ashley were college roommates.
Okay.
I forgot about that. They were. I forgot about
that. Is Olivia still alive?
Yeah, she's alive. She's alive.
Okay.
They need to bring her back on. Tiny Lee Williams. They need to bring her back on. She was good. But his dad, Nate, the guy died of AIDS, the father. There was a huge storyline about that, which you still everybody was a huge storyline that he got AIDS. And Tiny Lee Williams, who was nominated for an Emmy that year, did amazing work when she confronted him about it. Because he slept with someone else, slept with her. It was back in the 90s when AIDS was like a death sentence. And the Black community especially, it was such a great. They did a great job. So I'm saying that was some good stuff. But I forgot that back then they were all the Newmans, the Chancellors, the Winters, they were all connected. They were all friends. They were all friends and all connected, and they all dated each other. I just want to give a shout out to Lily and Elena. Yes. Having a little conversation, becoming girlfriends a little bit. I kind of like that. Why not? So that. Faith and Moses, they're cute.
They're adorable.
They're so cute. They're so cute. Love them.
She was trying to get that date info so bad. She was trying to get it out of Nate. Yes. He was like, you know that place that he's taking me? You know that place? And he was like, I'm not falling for it.
Thank you, guys. So he's on Instagram. I'll look him up on Instagram. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, he was. And we have 2 weddings coming up in Italy. Apparently, Italy's the place now. Kyle and Summer and Ashley and Victoria. I feel like Kyle and Summer one's going to go through, of course. But Ashley and Victoria, they're going to be building to that one, I'm sure. We don't know yet about that one. And Sally, a little more history. Again, it was a very info week, info weeks. Do you miss Sharon? Do you miss being in fashion? I forgot all about that. And she was in fashion for a while. You'll be back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Do you miss working in fashion? And she was like, no, bitch. I got a master's degree in psychology. I got a man. I got a job. And I got your man too, bitch. No, she didn't say that.
She was like, I own this.
I own this.
She didn't like being questioned by Sally at all. She was like going on all the lists. I was like, that.
Basically saying, are you sure you're happy, Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're not as happy as you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Excuse me. Yes.
She didn't like that in the park.
Oh, yeah.
She walked off with her purse.
She sure did.
She walked off in those tall heels and that brown purse. She just walked off.
I'm sorry. I know she owns the joint, but who dresses like that for a coffee shop?
Right.
Every single day, Sharon.
I did. Work at a coffee shop. I was a barista. I wore a high
so you were in high heels every day.
8 hours a day,
these
girl.
Gorgeous summer dresses. Like, come on. You are not going to be on your feet at a coffee shop for 8 hours in those heels.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. But you know who was cute too when her return was Miss Amanda coming down those stairs in one of his shirts. Oh,
that's
so
always
cute.
Sexy. I love gals in men's shirts. That's always so sexy.
I agree. And so she's like, well, I was just thinking we can go back upstairs. I don't know if you want to do that. He ran upstairs. I was like, that's right.
He just dropped them. He was like, swoop with the groceries. He just dropped them.
Let's go. So I think that was very cute.
They seem happy, right? And I think he's gonna want her to move in.
Yeah.
Stuff. But then I thought they were setting up him to be with Abby. But now I don't know because he's asking her to move in. So it's like
I think it's gonna be both a triangle.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a baby involved.
I knew he was a Liam. I told y'all he was a Liam. I knew it.
No, there's a baby involved. I think that's going to change everything. It's his first biological child. That's going to change it. I think. I do. I think it's going to happen. And it's going to lead them that direction.
Chance has to die because that's the only way Abby will lean on him. Will lean on Devon.
Or he has to go missing or something.
Or go missing, or something really, or he writes her a letter, a Dear John letter.
Yeah. Missing's not going to do it.
I don't want him to kill him, but he could go missing in action or something. I'd be okay with that. He's got amnesia and he's living off somewhere else.
No, I think they should do he died, but maybe he really didn't die. They just told her that he died to protect him kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would work.
That would work.
Guys, I feel bad for Nina.
Yeah. But she's got that other kid, remember, Amanda?
Oh, that's right. Tami, she's got a scare.
Yes, she got Ronan. She's good. Nikki mentioned that she and Richard went to one of her concerts and be like, yeah, Leslie Brooks, I heard, is coming back. So an old character from the 80s. She mentioned it when saw her concert, so I heard she's coming back. Noah's kind of cast Noah. There's a new Noah in town. So there's a new Noah in town, and he's feeling good. No, sorry, it's a little Alice reference. But he's coming on. He's coming back to the set too, so that'll be interesting because he'll be around Sally's age.
And whose kid is that?
That is that's Sharon and Nick's kid. He's a new one. Yeah. So he's coming back. Actually, it's funny because the guy who played him, Robert Adamson, I'm surprised he's not coming back. He usually comes back for all the stuff. And he's ex-husband to Lindsay Godfrey, our friend, who was on Days and Bold Beautiful. They have a child together, Adara. But yes, kidnapped is good too, right? Everybody's also like it's like nothing. It's kidnapped for a while. It's fine. It's not human life. Who cares? Yes. Oh, I love that. Ashton said he read Victor's book. That was written by Leanna Love back in the day. That was a big thing.
Did. I'm sure he read it front to back and stole half of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Playbook.
I agree. I totally agree. Oh, I love it. Okay, kids, we're going to end it here. That was good. That's it. That's all that really happened. There wasn't anything super exciting that happened. It was just kind of like info week. Mariah is our MVP of the week. She just did amazing work. And where can they find you guys on the social medias, Amanda Russ?
You can find me on all the socials at the Bold and Beautiful Podcast.
Is there going to be a new episode this week?
There should be. I had an incident last week, so there wasn't one, but I'll try to get one out this week.
And everybody, I want you to help me wish Amanda an early happy birthday. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's my birthday.
She turns 67, and we're very celebrating her age. That's great. So happy birthday, Miss Amanda. I have stuff for you.
Shady.
Shady Sunday. I have a box for you from like a while back. So I'm going to add it to the box. I've been so busy, I mean, go to the bank. The bank. Go to the post office. I got money for you too. Okay, go to the post office. I have a box of goodies for you. So at some point, I'll get it out to you. I'll get it to you. And Tami Gavea, tell them.
Instagram, Tami Gavea, Twitter and Facebook, Tami Gavea.
So if you're a GH fan, stay tuned. I'm talking to Joyce Guy, who plays Phyllis. They'll be back with me in an hour. Well, basically 2 hours in a row. We're doing 2 different shows that are both beautiful. I can follow me on James Jr. Sold, of course, at James Live Jr. on all media platforms. And JLJ Media is right here, kids. Hit the subscribe button. Do it. Be kind. Rewind. We'll talk to you guys later.